Yo, what's happening, everybody? It's your boy J-Bone the Man, and before we get into this video, I just wanted to thank you all for all the support you've been showing me on this channel. You know, honestly, this channel has gone from a channel that used to get like 5 views if I was lucky per video with maybe like 1 to 2 likes to a channel that's getting hundreds of views with like 30 to 40 plus likes a video. I really do feel blessed on this channel. I can't even thank you guys enough. So I want to just personally thank each and every one of you for all the support you've been pretty much giving me on this channel. But besides that point, let's get into the review. Today we're going to be reviewing Insurgency Sandstorm. Now, you've probably already seen about 1,000,001 reviews on this game already. It's been out for a while now, but I wanted to give my personal intake on it as well. I want to let you guys know personally how I feel about this game. Now, I used to be a pretty hardcore fan of the original Insurgency, which was freaking awesome. It was a blast. And when they said that they're coming out with Insurgency Sandstorm on a better engine with new graphics and everything of that sort, I was just amazed. I'm like, yes, finally. I've been waiting for a game like this. But then the game finally released, and I must say, when it first came out, I was not very impressed with how the game actually played, pretty much. I mean, even on all low settings, I was getting pretty awful frame rates. It was a bunch of cutting and frame droppage and just a lot of bullcrap going on in the game. It was pretty much unplayable for me. I couldn't even record a gameplay of it. So at first, I didn't even want to do a review on this game. I just thought this game was completely broken and needed a lot more work. And they addressed this, which I was actually pretty impressed with, because a lot of companies usually just try to cover up all the crap in their game. They addressed it. They said they knew it was not very good. So instead of having it in a official release, anybody who purchased it at this point will get into what they called an early beta, I believe is what they called it, or alpha or something like that, before the game is released. So it did release. It was a bad release. They put it into a beta instead, which was a great move by them. And I personally didn't play throughout the beta. I just let them do their thing. But now the game has finally officially released. They said that the game was good. They said that everything is set. It's ready to go. We can hop on. We can play it, and we can enjoy it. And I took their word for it, and I hopped on. I played some of the matches, and I gotta say, I had an absolute blast. I had so much fun playing this game. Now, a lot of people compare this game to Battlefield, and I can say, yes, it has its moments where it's pretty much like Battlefield, but I must say it feels a lot more like Call of Duty in my personal opinion. It's a very, very, very hardcore game. So if you're not into a more realistic feel of a game, I would not purchase it. I mean, pretty much you'll get one shot from anywhere from the chest up, depending on the range. If they're up close, you're going to get drilled. You're going to get murdered, okay? That's just how it's going to go. Long range, you might have some more time to, you know, dabble and get shot a little bit before you actually approach the enemy, but it still won't allow you to have that much time. So honestly, this game is very hardcore. It's extremely hardcore. It's more hardcore than playing a hardcore game mode on Call of Duty. But the reason why I compare it to Call of Duty more than Battlefield is just how fast-paced the game actually is. Now, I don't really play too many other game modes on this game besides Push, because Push is probably the most notorious and fun game mode that is on any Insurgency game. But it's very fast-paced. You'll always find action. You'll always find people. The waves consistently keep happening. It's a lot of fun. And like I said, it's hardcore. So you play it slower. Don't get me wrong, it's not so fast-paced that it's like Call of Duty. You do play it slower. You have to think about your options a little bit more. You know, you have to think about your moves, how you're going to approach the specific objective and things like that. But at the same time, it's very fast-paced. When you do decide to approach the objective, there's probably going to be enemies on there that you have to have a gunfight with. When you are done with the objective and you have to move on to the next objective, you'll probably find other people in maybe like a minute or two. And you'll have to engage with more people. It's constant action in this game, and I think that's what I love about it so much. You know, it's not like a straight military sim where it's like, you know, 30 minutes of no action. You're just literally building up a base or doing this, doing that. No, it's constant action in the game, but they're still able to keep that realistic feel. Now, through the time that I've had on this game, I just gotta say, there's not many negatives in this game that I can complain about. I mean, it's literally the first Insurgency on a better engine. That's pretty much it. And it's not like they're charging you a AAA title of $60. This game is a whopping $30, which honestly, I think it's worth the $30 for a game like this. It's not too crazy, but it is definitely a blast. You'll get your money's worth with the time that you put into this game. But negative wise, it's hard to think of a negative for this game. It's very hard. I would have to really get nitpicky with the negatives. I mean, the most negative thing that I could probably think about this game is just the lack of creativity that they could have made for the next title. It literally pretty much is a copy and paste of the first Insurgency, like I said, just on a better engine, so it runs smoother, looks nicer, and they put new maps in the game as well. Other than that, it's literally the same exact game. You have the same teams, pretty much the same weapons, maybe they added a couple more in there here and there, but it's pretty much the same deal. You got the same mechanics of the game, the same feel of the game. It's Insurgency, just better. Better graphics, better flow. It's still smooth. Now, I am rocking a GTX 1060 in my PC right now. Like I said, it's not the most hardcore setup that I have for PC, but I have to run this game on all low settings. Now, if you have a better PC, you might be able to get a little bit better performance out of it, but the majority of the time that I go anywhere from medium and up, I have trouble recording while playing. Now, I don't have trouble while playing without recording. You know, I could play the game perfectly fine on medium. I probably still wouldn't go to high. I probably max out at 60 frames, 60 to 70 on high, but medium settings, it's a little bit better. It's a little bit easier for me to play the game. On low, though, low is perfect. The game runs smooth for me. I have no issues, no cutting, no stuttering, no nothing. It's a very smooth and fun experience. And, I mean, yes, I feel like they should have been able to up the FPS in this game. I mean, for a game that looks like this, it's not really much detail or much emphasis in everything. It's not a AAA titled game. You know, it's pretty much an indie studio styled game, but from all the popularity that they got in the first game, they're able to bump it up a notch, get better graphics, better performance, better team. Everything is going good on their side right now. But honestly, from the price range of this game of $30, I do feel like they should have been able to make the frames just a tad better, especially after the whole beta phase that they had and the release that went pretty much wrong. I feel like after all that time, they should have been able to improve on the frames, but at the end of the day, the frames do not even slightly affect me. If you're one of those people who need the graphics, who need the most, you know, the ultra high settings so everything looks insanely realistic, by all means, you might not enjoy this unless you have a high-end, top-notch PC. But if you're like me and you enjoy a game for just the core gameplay of it, just for what the game is made for, then by all means I think you will totally enjoy this title. Now, of course, at the end of all my reviews, I'm going to have to rate this sucker 1 out of 10. And I think this definitely gets a solid 7 in my book. Yes, the game has its flaws here and there. I wish I had some more content, some more cool things that we could dabble in that would make it stand out a little bit more from its previous game, Insurgency. But at the end of the day, Insurgency Sandstorm is just a more better title than the original Insurgency. I feel like they just wanted to branch off, make it a standalone game instead of it being a mod version of a game, and just being able to have their game Insurgency be taken a lot more serious to people instead of, you know, people looking at it as a mod. So at the end of the day, I can't be angry at them. They pretty much just took their game and made it better, a lot better. And even though they could have probably kept on to the first one a little bit longer before they released this one, in my opinion, I think at the end of the day, this was a great choice. This was a good choice. I'm glad that they made this game. I'm glad that they put it on a better engine so the graphics look better and the gameplay is a little bit smoother. It's a great option. And for those who are out there looking for a more realistic shooter, something that will definitely spice up the conflict of the FPS genre, I would definitely take a look into Insurgency Sandstorm. It's a very realistic FPS shooter, but it's definitely still keeping up with the speeds of games like Call of Duty and Battlefield. It's fast. It's action-packed, but at the same time, it's very tactical, realistic, and you just gotta think about your moves. You can't just, you know, go out there blatantly shooting your gun off. You know, you gotta think and plan your whole route out. It's a lot of communication in this game. It's a lot of fun and action, and even if you don't want to communicate, you can still have a blast playing solo. I certainly do. I mean, the majority of the clips that you're watching are me playing solo, so it's definitely doable to have this game for a solo experience. And also, if you don't play on PC like me, this game will be coming out later on, I believe for PS4. I don't know about Xbox One, but it's 110% confirmed that they're going to try to put it on PS4. At first I was a little iffy. I'm like, oh, how are they going to do this? The game could barely run on PC, but by the time they get it out on PS4, I think it's going to be running smooth. I think it'll be a good experience, so I highly do recommend you guys picking this up on console as well if you are planning on getting a new game. But thank you all for tuning in to yet another video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If you hated it, make sure you dislike it. You guys already know you have your complete open opinion on this channel. And if you enjoyed the content that you saw today, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification button. It always helps you to be notified on all my recent upcoming videos. And also, if you want to catch me streaming, you can see me on Twitch, JBoneTheMan, as well. I try to stream every Thursday, but I try to mix it up a little bit and add an extra day into the mix as well. I think I'm streaming maybe Mondays and Thursdays if it's going to be good, but as of now it's just going to be Thursdays. If you want to be updated on that schedule, make sure you follow my Twitter account at JBoneTheMan. You can chat with me on there and see all my schedules for YouTube and Twitch on there. But thank you all for tuning in to yet another video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.